Hi, friends out there with Cindy's Corner. If you have not hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do it. This is a free channel, and it keeps me going so that you can have story time. All right, and make sure you give us a thumbs up, okay? And then I'll have a challenge for you. All right, today, if you've got this book, Pete the Cat, The First Thanksgiving, go get it so that you can follow along. And parents and friends, if you don't have it, this is a great, fun book. And you'll see, this is one for the library. Pete the Cat, The First Thanksgiving. Authors are Kimberly and James Dean. This is like a level 3 book, 3-2, so my testers, you can take a test on this as well. But it's Pete the Cat, and he's in a Thanksgiving play. Pete was nervous about being a pilgrim in his class's Thanksgiving play. The first Thanksgiving. Just do your best, his best friend Callie said. Happy Thanksgiving. Pete said he would try. He was ready. His mom had even made him a pilgrim hat, which was really cool. Pete took his place at the front of the giant ship that his class had made out of cardboard. Pete was a pilgrim on the Mayflower. See the curtains? In 1620, a group of pilgrims decided to leave England for the New World to build a new life. It was a long, long trip on a big, big ship. All the pilgrims sang. The sea was rough and very dangerous. Many pilgrims got very sick. The dream of a new start in a new world made the hard trip all worth it. For more than 2 months, the pilgrims sailed. This is September the 6th is when they started. And right here is November. So they go through September, all of October, and part of November. Here's Pete doing a lookout. After 65 days, you can count that on a calendar, on the ship, the new world finally came into view. Land! Ho! Pete cried. All the pilgrims did a happy dance. The pilgrims arrived in the New World at Plymouth Rock, in what is now Massachusetts. Everyone had many chores to do, like growing food, finding water, and building shelters. The first winter in the New World was long and hard. In the spring, the pilgrims had to decide whether to give up and go back to England or keep trying. The pilgrims had heard about the Native Americans, and many worried that they would not be friendly. Pete had never met a cat he didn't like, so he thought they would be kind. Had an Indian, didn't he? Pete was right. He made a new friend in Squanto. Squanto and the Native Americans showed the pilgrims how to grow crops like corn, beans, and squash. By summer, the pilgrims had learned how to farm the new land. See the corn and squash. Isn't this a fun book? By fall, the Pilgrims had plenty of food. To thank Squanto and the other Native Americans, the Pilgrims invited them to share the harvest. This celebration became known as the first Thanksgiving. Sit at the table. Pete was relieved when the play was over. He had remembered all his lines. Wow, I never thought about how hard it was back then, said Pete. You did great, Callie said. And they're taking their bow. Wasn't that a great story that Pete told of the first Thanksgiving? Yeah. So they came over on this ship, and it was called the Mayflower. And I actually drew a little Mayflower. I'm going to challenge you to draw you a little ship. I did it on blue paper for water, and then I colored used my white so that you could see it really good. It's my Mayflower. Share with me in your comments your Mayflower that you do. You might want to make one. You can make one out of popsicle sticks and tissue paper. Yeah, you could make one of these. My challenge, my bigger kids that can be creative and make one. I can't wait to see it. And I hope you enjoyed Pete's first Thanksgiving. And remember how hard and why do we celebrate Thanksgiving? And what do you have to be thankful for? Have a great day. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll keep reading.